We continue our Colorado adventure with plans to tackle Poughkeepsie Gulch, one of the harder high-altitude trails in the area. Forrest and I did our first polar plunge, we enjoy our last camp, and the girls finish the trip by driving Ophir Pass, and they get rewarded with some secret hot springs. We're on our annual Colorado high-altitude off-road camping trip, what we like to call Colorado Crawler Landing. If you didn't catch our last week's video, we got our trip started having a little breakfast and a waterfall tour, then running the iconic Imogene Pass, camping on the trail along the way, leaving off grabbing lunch at this rad pizza spot in Ouray. Now we move on with the plan of running Poughkeepsie Gulch the hard way and going down Ophir Pass, hopefully finding a good camp spot on the trail. With any luck, we'll end up at some secret hot springs, hopefully the perfect way to end the trip.
What do you think about lunch?
Delicious.
Alright, we just had lunch at whatever that place was called. It was pretty good. We had some margarita pizzas, added some mushrooms on ours, and it was actually delicious. Now we get to see how Killick's doing.
Hi, Killamuk. Hello. Good boy.
Now that we're full and ready to go, we take the $1 Million Highway out of Ouray. I've heard they call this $1 Million Highway because it cost that much back in the day to build. I've also heard people say it's called that because of the $1 Million views. I think it was what they estimated the annual dollar amount in vehicle loss due to people looking at the views and not the road. There are parts where the white line is less than a tire width from the edge of a sheer cliff. Wildest paved road I've ever been on. We hop out at the beginning of the trail to take the sway bars off, which are kind of a pain in the butt, so I gave up pretty quick.
Just because we're in a really bad spot.
Good job, babe. My babe's making me look like a wimp. I say F these sway bar things.
We got this. Alright guys, we are just pulling onto Poughkeepsie Gulch, right?
Yeah.
Poughkeepsie Gulch. And this is one of our favorites. We're gonna see if we decide to take any hard lines today or tomorrow. We're gonna camp somewhere along here.
Yeah, we're gonna camp somewhere. Wherever the time is right.
Wherever the rocks take us.
Yeah.
That was majestic.
After you get off the $1 Million Highway, you immediately ascend into the mountains and quickly end up on a shelf road with a sheer cliff that is as sketchy as it is beautiful, with the driver's side being a rough, jagged wall and the passenger side with a massive drop to a river. For all of you rock crawlers watching and wondering why we do this kind of wheeling, I absolutely challenge you to come do Poughkeepsie Gulch, as the rush is different, but it's still very real. As much as this trail is on the edge, it is full of natural water features and rich mining history, which is why in fact these wildly amazing trails exist. One can only imagine how crazy these miners must have been back in the day to cut passes like this one. Though they were driven by gold fever and were driven by adventure, the Colorado mountains provided us the same look and feel that makes these mountains special. We have reached a very important fork in the road that we had missed last time. Luckily this time we had our onX off-road mapping app downloaded, which provided us with all the details on the trail and routes. Last time we took the left at the fork because we saw two routes but couldn't decide which way was the Poughkeepsie Gulch trail and what way was the go around. Not only did it clearly show that the right turn at the fork was the true Poughkeepsie Gulch trail on onX, but we were able to use its 3D mapping to ensure that we were taking the hardest route. I can't tell you how bummed I was that we missed this section of the trail last year, but what I can tell you is that I am stoked that we're able to come back and tackle it this year.
We took the bypass last time. Okay, so those signs were saying if you're high clearance, winch and lockers and that sort of stuff, you can go, or you could go right. They recommend everything else to go left. So we went left last time. We totally missed out and we've been dying to go back this way since last time.
So when we came out here, we promised that we were gonna wreck lightly and take it easy on the rocks, as these rigs are some of our dailies. But promises are made to be broken, and you know the rules. You have to always at least put tires on it, or you'll never have found out how bad it actually was or learned anything. So yeah, we broke that promise and went for the experience points, as this was absolutely an extra credit line that I just lined up on.
The trailer hitch. It's in this dirt. Are your lockers on? Now your bumper. There you go. Go right. Yep.
All right, he made that one. I didn't think it was gonna. It was kind of sketchy.
Now we've made it to the iconic part of the trail. You can always tell when it's a risky part on the trail because it draws a crowd of people hoping to catch some drama or even rollovers. Being on the more stock end of the rigs that we watched go up definitely got the nerves going. But we came to party, and dancing our way to the top is the only option we gave ourselves. Here goes nothing. Due to my long wheelbase, I squared up to the crack on the big climb and favored the driver's side, as it had a much smaller breakover for me to get hung up on. Once my front tires were over the top, I cut at passenger, leveling my rig back out, and it worked out perfect. Forrest rig, not having rock sliders yet, he took the same line, which kept his rocker panels high off the breakover angle to prevent from any rock rash. As always, he made it look easy. We do a lot of rear steer buggy stuff. I'm telling you, there's some stuff on these full bodies that'll get you a lot more risk involved.
Right.
You F up on that, whew. You're trashing it. You're trashing a sick vehicle. Buggy, of course you don't want to do anything to that, but at least it's like safe, and you know, you don't have like thousands of dollars worth of tent equipment and stuff, and it's not your daily, you're not dependent on it to go to work, because she is. So it definitely gets your heart going on stuff like that. What do you think about it so far?
Me?
Yeah.
The trip?
Yeah, the camping, the wheeling.
I love it out here. This is
too.
like one of my favorite annual trips.
Me too. It's like a nice vacation. It's still wheeling because we like to wheel like crazy. And, but it's like nice because it's so different. And like the camping involves good for Colby and Forrest's daughter, and I don't know, being able to rooftop tent and stuff like that. It's just like camping, but involving wheeling part of it. Wheeling's such a big part of our lives. It's kind of cool. We drive away stoked and accomplished. We got rewarded and got to see some of these cuties shortly after the top.
Oh, there's 3. There's 3. Look straight to the right.
As we head up the trail, I remember there's an alpine lake up ahead and told Forrest that I always wanted to do a polar plunge. Him being from Hawaii, he said I was absolutely crazy and asked why in the world I'd jump in a freezing cold lake.
There you go.
I told him the only reason I had, and that was I've never seen someone do a polar plunge and look unhappy afterwards. And that's exactly how we ended up here.
Are you excited?
Yes.
Go, go, go. I can't stop laughing.
Oh! Oh, it hurts.
I'm awake.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts. It didn't even hit me right away.
Really? It was delayed?
I jumped in and I swam out.
Yeah,
I know, I saw that.
And then when I like turned, it hit and I was like, I'm in pain. I started to swim back and I was like, this hurts. I jumped out
I
my
don't know if I
swim
even want to
shorts.
dip my
The
toes in
lady
there
said,
now.
how are you?
Honestly, it's exactly what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
I don't know how the people just like sit in those.
Dude.
You just like sit in them like, oh.
I went to
Oh,
go
yeah,
further, but I
for
lost
sure.
my flop. And then I was like, my head was almost in, and I'm like chasing my flop, so then I had to turn around and then
Yeah, you were scrambling.
I had to do the, I for sure didn't dip. Like once I had my flip flop, I'm like, all right, dunk again. Actually, I'd say it's not as bad as I thought. I thought it was gonna be
Do you
like,
feel cold right now?
No, I'm warm now.
I'm good now.
What?
Yeah.
It's warmer because it's so cold
Oh.
that now it's
Right
like
now it
60.
feels good.
It feels good. Like, yeah, we're wet
Whoa.
and it's still like colder than we were, but it's
Yeah.
not like, it's not like that.
It's not that cold.
I
Now it
thought-
was cold.
I thought that was gonna happen. We were gonna get out,
Be
and then I was
colder
gonna be
when you
like,
get out. Yeah.
and then be
You
having
get
to-
out of it and you're warmer.
I thought I was gonna
That's
have to recover
crazy.
the whole way back, and it was gonna suck. I'm good now.
That was an absolutely good idea. 10 out of 10 would do again. I now understand why everyone looks like they had so much fun after a polar plunge. It's a complete rush, boosts you with energy, and such a bonus to the adventure. We drive away with an epic view of the lake, realizing it's getting late quick and we need to find a camp spot fast. This was a very unfamiliar area to us and we were totally winging it. But the adventure never fails. We didn't find the perfect camp spot, but boy was it close.
The next morning.
Typically we're going hard, but on this YouTube episode of Wreck Gear, we're wrecking lightly. And we're out there just taking out the dailies. We're out camping. We're out having the best time that we can. We're no Storytell now. Those guys are epic at this. We really stay in our own lane with being hardcore. But sometimes we go camping and we're gonna take you along because it's really awesome to do that. I mean, this spot that we got here, it's pretty epic. It's right next to the road because we didn't plan at all. You know, we used our Onyx to find the closest thing because we waited till it was too late to really find a good spot. So Onyx came in clutch and this one became a honey hole. I mean, it's got this cool field over here that the kids could go play in. You have to cross this sweet epic water bridge. And then on the other sides, our camp setup.
This being our last morning at camp on this adventure, we made sure to take the time to get in some good proper camp goofing with our off-road family, and that's exactly what we did. All right, we had a little camp challenge here. Uncle Forrest challenged Colby to do a backflip, the backflip hammock challenge. Oh, so close. Come on.
Dang! Oh, that was a slow roll.
That's the longest I've been. Okay, let's see.
Oh no, I got kicked out of the seat. We're going to do Ophir Pass, and Jess took over. You could say she took Opher. Anyway, they're in the Toyota. Carly's driving. This is total girls run on Ophers. Super awesome trail. We've done it before. We've never gone down it, only up it. So this is a first. Our goal is to reach the hot springs. I know Forrest and Carly has been dying to find some of these natural hot springs. We're gonna get them on that. That's gonna be towards the end of Ophir's, and then that's gonna be a wrap for our trip. So what an ending. Let's see if we can actually get through Ophir Pass into the hot springs on time to make it happen. Haha, sprinkled them with some leaves. It's for good luck, duh.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
The amount of colors on like these passes, especially this one, is just crazy. It's got like brown, light brown, like rusty red, gray, and then obviously all the green. It's pretty epic. Check it out. So that's the easiest way to pass, and that's where they cut this through. It's right there. And I believe that's like 11,000 feet we're going over, which is the lowest pass we've done this trip, and usually the lowest one that we do, but it's still 11,000 feet. Seriously? That's nuts. This is your first,
dude.
This is your first pass. Are you nervous?
No, a little bit. Not too bad. We got this. I drove a freaking semi across the country. I got this.
That's true. That's probably way harder.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, so this is Carly's first time. It's pretty sick. When you see it, it's gonna be pretty sick. She's gonna do good. Let's see what Jess thinks. All right, you're driven up this. Are you ready to drive down it?
Yeah.
You got any pro tips for Carly?
Don't look down.
Don't look down.
Yeah.
We'll follow you. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
So what'd you think?
I almost peed my pants.
But it's kind of drizzling, pretty wild. I mean, still, no matter how many times you do it, you're like, that is a big freaking drop.
I was still super nervous. And I've driven up before in this.
Let's run this backwards.
That wasn't anything?
No, I mean, it was fun. It was dope. It was definitely
shit,
like
she's ready for
adrenaline.
black bear.
No, it was definitely like my adrenaline was pumping, but I felt like confident.
In control?
Yeah, I felt confident. I felt good. Like, yeah.
Dude, I think the hardest part is looking like at the view. You're like, dang, this is sketch. And then you're like, oh, that's really
So
pretty.
beautiful,
And then you're like, oh shit, road again, road.
Yeah. I know, I wasn't
Awesome.
trying to take in all the stuff.
People ripping everywhere around here. It's sick. Good job. That was sick.
Hell yeah.
We survived Ophir Pass, and the girls did a great job not killing us, even in the rain. We're gonna make our way through the town of Ophir, then it's time to do the last thing on our trip bucket list. Hit the hot springs.
And we just hit the town of Ophir. This place is mega cute. I mean, it is just this little tiny town of sweet little cute cottages. And yeah, we're gonna go through there, and you know, we're looking good on the hot springs, looking like we're gonna get to them.
Pins and needles
See, I did it, guys.
All right, how was it? How was it? Was it bad?
It was either. We both aren't. We got
We
this.
did it.
Was it bad or was it good?
It actually wasn't that bad. It's totally a mind over matter.
Yeah, it's really.
Glad you guys did it.
Breathing is like the key.
Ophir Pass, and we found the hot spring. So we're gonna sit here and enjoy the hot springs, and then we're out. So see you later, suckers. Sponsored in part by BF Goodrich Tires, Warren Industries, KC Highlights, and Axle Off-Road Helmets. Best way to support this channel is give that subscribe button a little skiddly do, diddle that notification bell, give this video the fat finger, and leave a dirty little comment below. Rec Gear now has merch and buggy accessories at recgear.com, so don't forget to go spend that money that mama don't know about. As always, thanks for watching.